start. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahanu Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya aviravirmayedhi. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam Vyasena gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim. May we be protected, may we be nourished, may we strive with energy and vigor, may our study be enlightening and not give rise to hostility. Om peace, peace, peace. Lead us to truth and not to untruth. Lead us to enlightenment and not ignorance. Lead us to immortality and not death. Let the self-manifest Atman grow in me. Om peace, peace, peace. Om Bhagavad Gita, with which Partha was enlightened by the Lord Narayana himself and which was incorporated in the Mahabharata by the ancient sage Vyasa. The Blessed Mother, the destroyer of rebirth, showering down the nectar of Advaita and consisting of 18 chapters upon thee, O Bhagavad Gita, O loving Mother, I meditate. We'll chant Sri Ramakrishna name also, because that gives us impetus. So, Om Jai Jai Ram Krishna, 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 Jai Jai Ram Krishna. So we are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we are in chapter 9. And we have completed up to, though we have completed more, but we'll take up little from earlier. We have completed up to 14th. And we have read 15th also, but we'll take up little from behind, from 12th. Why it is so important? Now here we see in this chapter, Bhagavan is telling what is the way to blessedness, to peace and blessedness. We can say moksha upaya. To moksha, that means it gives a little understanding that something extra. But it is not. It is a real state. What is that? We feel free within, but somehow we feel bound also. When we are limited, we have identified with this body-mind complex, then we also feel limited. Therefore, this limitation must go. That is our real nature. That is our real stature. Why it happens? It happens because of our ignorance for our real nature. Now, as in Bhagavad Gita we have seen, the first 6 chapters, Bhagavan, especially Srimad Bhagavad Gita, talks mainly about the jiva and how to proceed from there. In second, that tat, tvam, tat padartha. That means what is the Godhead, what is that reality which pervades everything. And then third 6 chapters are for unification of these tat and tvam tattva. Now in the second set we have seen in the beginning, Bhagavan says that how this whole world is created. That Ashtadha Prakriti, eightfold Prakriti has created this whole world, whole diverse world. Apariyamitasthanyam Prakritim Viddhi me param. So this is Apara Prakriti, because of Apara Prakriti is this all created. And Para Prakriti, who is the creator, and behind that is Supreme Purusha, Param Purusha. So this we have studied. Now here he says that those who are deluded, that means aviveki, avichetasaha, vichetasaha. So then what do they do? Moghasha, mogha karmano, mogha jnana, vichetasaha. That means those who are confused, and because they are confused, they don't understand what is real and what is not real, and therefore their knowledge also is confused, mogha jnana, and therefore mogha karmano. When they are confused, then they work also in a confused way, and also they expect, that means in confusion, moghasha. So Rakshasim Asurim Chaiva Prakritim Mohinim Srita. Why it is? It is because of their nature. So I'll read quickly so that we are in right place. Of vain hopes, of vain works, of vain knowledge, and senseless, they verily are possessed of the delusive nature of Rakshasa. Rakshasa here not means any demon, but demonic character. On the other hand, Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Daivim Prakriti Masrita. And on the other hand, those who are with good traits, what they do? Bhajanti Ananya Manasu Yatva Bhutadim Abhyam. So they worship me Ananya, that means without involving himself in other things, totally dedicated to me. And then we have also quoted from the Upanishad that whatever we think, that we do, and yatha kamo bhavati tat kratur bhavati, yat kratur bhavati tat karmam kurte. Whatever we think, such work we do, and also we achieve such results. So the great souls, what they do? Prakritim Asrit. Devim Prakritim Asrita. They are with good traits, therefore they hold that and they worship me. And then we go to the next, where I'm quickly recapitulating so that we are in proper context. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridhavrataha Namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Satatam kirtant, all the time. Satatam means sarvada, sada, always. Kirtayanta, all the time he is singing. Now Kirtayanta all the time is singing, at least reciting or mentally he is dedicated, he or she. Yatantascha, and they are striving all the time. And Dribhabrata, that means the resolve is firm, it is not like changeable. Today is something, tomorrow something else. So Dridhabrata, Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya, that is the important thing, that whatever we do, we should do with devotion. Nitya Yukta, always attached with me. Namasyantascha Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. Such a person always worship me. Why? Because I am everything. He will tell that. Now here, we can see some points here. That means their work is dedicated, karma. Karma is dedicated to me. Also their mind is also dedicated to me. So karma and then upasana. And also they know that I am the origin, I am the goal, I am everything. So this is jnana, knowledge. So we see in individual person this in evolvement or evolution of modes of bhakti. Modes of bhakti, first karma. Yeah, we without work we cannot remain, as Bhagavan said in the beginning, 3rd chapter. Without karma, even we cannot maintain this body. So karma is natural. So that karma is to be dedicated to God. So this is first karma. Then comes upasana. Only karma will not do, rather with that mental joining to the ideal, that is important. If we do mechanically some work, that will not lead to the goal. Rather, that should be with some manas vyapar, so mental joining with the ideal. So that is upasana, and then jnana. Ultimately, that is jnane parisamapyate. So all other things, drabya mayad yajnat jnana yajna parantavat. So we have studied in previous chapters, and all the work sarvam karmaklam parthe jnane parisamapyate. It ends with knowledge. So we see in Sri Ramakrishna's life also, first he started with Kali Puja, worshipping Mother Kali. And in the beginning he performed what is ritualistic worship, but gradually he did deeply, and upasana we can see in his life. And gradually upasana, he transcended upasana, and he even got united with Mother Kali. So knowledge. And then he was Atma Rama. So one stage is when we feel that we are separate. Then we feel that we are united with some relationship. Like we are here, we are different individuals. But we can feel that we are also citizen of this country or member of this earth. And then one can transcend that. Ultimately, it is me and me alone, on which everything is floating. So this is a gradual upliftment. So first is karma, then upasana, and then comes jnana. Now, how to proceed on this So Bhagavan also takes in similar way that, okay, first you concentrate on me. So I am alone, Ekarupa. And then I'm not only Ekarupa, but I'm in various forms, Anekarupa. And gradually Bhagavan also will impress upon us that I am Arupa, without Rupa. I am behind everything. So ultimately he will also tell that I am Atma Rupa, I am the self, I am the form, that I am the self. So this transition we see, and you know how this, even Bhagavan said in the 7th chapter, this is what he said. Bhumi rapo analo vayu khammano buddhire vacha. Whatever we see, it is him. Only it is apara, that means prakriti, apara prakriti. And behind this is para prakriti. So it is Bhagavan who is manifesting in so many forms. So it is the reverse course. When a sadhaka starts yatantasya dridhavrata, so he takes that help, that whatever is within, the same is outside also. Satya satya pratishtita. It is truth is established on truth. It is not that something untruth is established. Whatever untruth, whatever differences that we can see and think of, it is all our imagination. And in the beginning one can see it, but one should know that it is apara prakriti, it's not real nature. The para prakriti is that which is the underlying truth. Okay, so this is very important. So as we see evolution in the process, the mode of worship, karma lakshana, then upasana and jnana, and beyond, to go beyond jnana. Similarly, we see here, first we have to concentrate on one form, then many form, that means all form Vishwarupa. So like we have already quoted that, but let me, that in Taittiriya Upanishad it says that so kamayata, he desired, so kamayata, eko ham bahusyama prajaya, I'm alone, let me be many. And then he became many. So what he became? And tatsrishtva tadevanu prapishat. He after creating this, he entered into it. How it happened? Tadanu pravishya satyatyachyan abhavat. Whatever is sat and everything he became. Niruptam cha, nilayanam cha, anilayanam cha. So whatever we see, it is he himself that he is manifesting in so many forms. So this is what we have studied. So here, satatam kirtayantu mam yatantascha dridhavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya. So bhakti is important. As I last time when we were talking about that, one of our brahmachari was going for relief. So our great Swami asked, what will you give? So he said, we'll give, say, some food, some other articles. Then he said, no, these will be given by the devotees. What will you give? And then he later explained that you can give only your devotion. Because whatever is created, patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktya prayachati. So what we can give only through devotion, with devotion. And Sri Ramakrishna says, when our devotees, when devotees give something with devotion, God takes it as cow eats like fodder when it is mixed with uh, molasses and some salt. So such is, it is very relishing for God. So when it is offered with devotion. So such a devotee who has good traits, he she worships God with devotion. So last time when I was talking, and then we talked about offering everyday food also. So one of the devotees, he telephoned me, Swamiji, how can I do it? So I said, okay, you eat breakfast, isn't it? Yes. So first you offer that to God and think that he is taking and blessing you. And after that, you eat that same prasad, not as food, but take as prasad. So later he wrote me back that, yes, Swami, I'm very happy that I'm doing that, and I feel much better now. So anyway, the bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. One should be always connected with it. It's like a, say, we can say jokingly that it's like a mobile phone. It must be connected with the Wi-Fi or the local cell company, so that we are connected with the world. So nitya yukta upasati. Now we go to the next. Jnani yajnene chapyanne yajanto mam upasati. So God has various forms. He has, say, Ananta Rupa. Ananta Rupa means infinite ways. That is his form. Therefore, his ways to achieve him also must be many and infinite in number, not only many. So here Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna is saying some jnana yajnena chapyana. So some worship me with jnana yajna. Yajanto mam upasate. So they worship me. And ekatvena. Ekatvena means I alone am existing. And some prithakatvena, that I am in many forms, that also they worship. Bahudha vishwatamikam, in various forms. Others too, sacrificing by the yajna of knowledge, seeing the self in all, worship me. The all formed as one, as distinct as manifold. So not only God has one form, God has many forms, God has infinite form. So Eka Rupa, Aneka Rupa, and his beyond form. That means he cannot be limited by any forms. So this is to be conceived gradually. And that which cannot be conceived, actually it is our real self. So Atma Rupa, the self. So this is what we are to contemplate. Then we cannot be away from us. We cannot be away from ourselves. So ultimately we are to go there. As in the case of Sri Ramakrishna, we see Mother Kali, then worships, then Upasana, and then feeling or realizing one with the Mother Kali when he reaches the goal. But after that, he enjoys his own self, Atma Rupa, and Atma Rama. Now Bhagavan says that I am not only this form as Sri Krishna, but I am in all. Now here comes all the various forms. Now let me read one thing. It's very interesting. This is from Swami Vivekananda when he was in San Francisco. So one day, so in in California, one day after a devotee said, "This world is an old schoolhouse where we come to learn our lessons." And we can find in Sri Ramakrishna's teachings also, like it is a hospital, and if a patient is admitted here, doctor will not release until the patient is cured fully. So when a devotee says this world is an old schoolhouse where we come to learn our lessons, Swamiji said, "Who told you that? Who told you that?" Swamiji demanded. She could not remember. "Well, I don't think so," he declared. "I think this world is a circus ring in which we are the clowns tumbling." So this is another way of seeing. Why do we tumble, Swami? Then Swami said, "Because we like to tumble," was his answer. Because there is no reason why it is happening, why we are suffering. As it is said that Atman is free, it is all pervading, that means it has no limitation. So if that is the case, how can one locate oneself with a body-mind complex? So there is no reason, any reason. Only just to enjoy the bliss of Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetave Janma Dharana. There cannot be any other reason. If it is reason, then it is Karya Karana. That means cause and effect. So it comes under relation, under causation. And Atman is beyond all causation. How Atman identifies with this body-mind complex? So ultimately we cannot find any reason. So only Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti. While living, I must have that sense of peace and bliss, which passeth all understanding. While living, one must enjoy this. That is the purpose of this birth. Jivan Mukti Sukha Prapti Hetave Janma Dharanam. So Swamiji, in Swamiji's way, he told this in that mood. So because we like to tumble, as his answer was his answer, when we get tired, we will quit. So throughout his San Francisco lectures, Swamiji had reiterated the theme that the whole universe is a vast play. Play. God Almighty plays. That is all. He had cried in the goal, "You are having fun, playing with worlds and all that. It is all fun. There is no other purpose. I am the man that is going to be hanged. I am all the wicked. I am getting punished in hells. That also is fun." All this and more was contained in Swamiji's brief reply to Miss Bell. We are clowns tumbling. Only from a high Advaitic viewpoint could such words be meaningful. And it seems clear that in California, and perhaps particularly during the last 2 months of his stay, he was seeing men and women, not the captives in Maya, inching painfully toward freedom, but literally as God himself, playing at joy and at misery for the sheer wonderful fun of it. So this is another point, that when a person reaches to that height, then one sees that this is a place of mirth. It is not that one is suffering. So when one reaches there, So that is a state of mind. But here Sri Krishna is now lifting our mind up. How? To see that God is in everything. So he has many forms, not only he's confined in one form, he's confined in one form. As we worship in a temple or shrine, we think that God is there, is sitting in front of us. And this place, now we are talking about God, so this place is his abode. So this way we confine God in one place, and again we are to see God in various places. And then we are to see God who is behind all, without any form. And then we are to identify that form, without form, is our real self. So let us now proceed. Aham kraturaham yajñah swadhaham aham aushadham mantroham aham evajyam aham agniraham hutam. Now we could have asked that, is it that I am saying that I am arupam? This is my own thinking? It is not. It is in Upanishad, it is said, ashabdam, asparsham, arupam. So all these are, so we have studied in Kathopanishad. Abhyam tatha, tatha arasam, nityam, gandhavacha. So all these are the signs and symptoms. And now we can see the address. We have to find God. As of now, we don't find. But first we have to concentrate in one, then we have to see in many, and then we have to go beyond. And then we have to identify that reality is our real self. So we go ahead. Aham kraturaham yajñah swadhaham aham aushadham mantroham aham evajyam aham agnir aham hutam. I am the kratu, I am the yajna, I am the swadha, I am aushadha. Aushadha means whatever is cereals. So kratu is kind of sacrifice, or yajna we can say. Sacrifice is not correct translation, we can say offering. So a kind of offering is kratu, and yajna also, as it is mentioned in Smriti. And then swadha, see various mantras are, that is also me. All kinds of mantras are me. Then aushadha, the cereals, vegetables, food, etc. In India, generally aushadha means medicine, but here it has, because medicine also comes from various vegetables or vegetations. So aham kraturaham yajñah swadaham aham aushadham mantroham aham evajyam aham agniraham hutam. And as we also recite that mantra, Brahmarpanam, the ladle is me, Brahman, Brahma Havihi, the whatever is being offered, that is also Brahman, Brahmagno, and it is offered in Brahman, and by the Brahman it is being offered, and then karma is also Brahman. So everything is Brahman. So that same idea is being enunciated here. Mantroham aham eva ajyam. So ajyam is whatever is offered. And mantra, whatever mantra, mananat trayate yahasa mantra, which emancipates us when we contemplate the deep meaning of it. That is mantra. Mantra aham eva ajyam, aham agni, and fire, or in which you are offering, that is also me. See, when you are eating, apparently there is no fire, but it said jataragni. That means the fire that is in our stomach, the digesting power. So it is symbolic. Similarly, when we work, say in your office, when you are working, so whatever you are offering, your services you are offering, you are giving to your company. So your company is like fire. Aham agni, aham utam. And whatever your services you are offering to the society, that is your offering. So this is the yajna, concept of yajna is bit subtle. It's not only, like people are pouring ghee. Why it is meaningless? Why they are doing it? It has no sense. Pouring ghee in fire is uh, being burnt. It would help if somebody would have eaten it. But actually it is not. It is a symbolic action by which we offer. See, I am talking to you. My words are my offering to you. So this way, all our actions can be translated in yajna. Yajna shishtasana santu muchyante sarvikil vishay. So if someone can see things in this light, then this very action, this very attitude by which the action is being performed will emancipate. So it is not that one should offer ghee. That's symbolic in the beginning. As I said, that in the beginning we need some symbols, we need some articles for puja, some flowers, but not that all the time we should stick to that. As Swamiji said, it's good to born in a church, but it is bad to die there. So rituals are good to strengthen our ideas. And when that is strong enough, then one should go forward. So mantra aham evajyam, aham agnir, aham hutam. Now we go to the next. Pita ahamasya. I am the father of this, because I am the cause. Father means cause of this whole universe. And not only I am the father, but I am mother also. And dhata, pitamaha. Dhata means the who holds it. Mata means who conceives it. So I am the father of the world, the mother, the sustainer, the grandfather, the purifier. Grandfather means cause of all causes. So it is like a father is my cause and grandfather is cause of my father. Similarly, is cause of all causes. So pitahamasya jagatah mata dhata pitamaha vedyam. I am only thing that one should know. Vedyam. Pavitram. I am pure. And omkara. Omkar. As you know, omkar has got, we say om, but it has 4 syllables. A, u, that becomes o when it is sandhi, a, u, ma, and nasal sound. A starts from our kantha, that means guttural, that's called guttural syllable, and ma ends with labial. And it rolls around u, touching u. So that means it encompasses the whole vocabulary. Om, and the nasal sound. So here it includes whatever is gross, subtle. What is subtle? Say whatever we see, touch, hear, it's all these sensation that we receive, this is gross. But the process by which we receive, that is subtle. Say I'm thinking, I'm uttering few words. So the words when I utter, you can hear. But before that, my thinking, you cannot see. You cannot perceive what is my thinking. You can imagine, you can say like guess what I'm going to speak. But still you cannot see. So that is subtle. And why I am speaking, there is the cause. So causal, subtle, and gross. And cause of all causes, that represents the nasal sound. So A represents whatever is gross, or whatever we see or in our waking state? Who represents what is subtle and what is in our dream state that we experience? And Ma represents whatever is causal and also dreamless state, and nasal sound represents that which is cause of all causes, that holds everything, that is uh, the cause of all causes. Anyway, so it cannot be indicated. So this Omkara, Pavitram Omkara, Rik, Sama, Yajurevasa, even all the Vedas, those are also my manifestation. As you know, the concept is Vishnu is lying down in Kshira Sagar or Karana Sagar. So Vishnu is lying in the causal state. When Brahma comes from his navel and Brahma is created, and Brahma has 4 faces, 4 mouth. So 4 mouth, actually these are symbols of 4 Vedas, and everything has come from Vishnu. Vishnu means all pervading. Again, Vishnu is, like generally we show a Vishnu, a person is lying down, but actually Vishnu is all pervading. He is lying in our heart also. From there, everything springs up. So that is the concept of Brahma, not Brahma. Brahma is all pervading and without any limit, cause of all causes. But Brahma is the first creator. So, and from his mouth comes 4 Vedas. And from there, the creation starts. That is the concept that's in the Veda. So he says, Bhagavan says that I am that. I am the father of this world, the mother, the sustainer, the grandfather, the purifier, the one thing to be known, the syllable Om, and also the Rik, Saman, and Yajus. And Atharva Veda, it is said that it was added later. So Veda sometimes they count as 3. So now next we go to the next. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Shakshi Nivasah Sharanam Shurit. Gati. So Gati generally in Hindi, this Gati means what's the speed. But Gati here, what's the destination? Destination means what is, kya Gati hone wala hai iska. In Hindi we can understand that. So Gati, what is the destination? So destination also, why we are interested in destination? Because when we do something, that means we do for some results. So Gati here means that karma phala. Karma phala. So goal. What is the goal? Say why, say you drove up to this, to reach here. So you undertook some action to reach here. So this is your karma phala, the fruit of your action. So therefore, Gati means here karma phala. So generally we can say destination or the goal, we can say that. But in reality, whatever we do for certain goal in mind. That means whatever we do, we reach that fruit of action, karma phala. And Bharta, I am the sustainer. Let me read first so that it is the goal, the supporter, the Lord, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the friend, the origin, the dissolution, the substratum, the storehouse, the seed, immutable. So if you see, he is enumerating all everything, and after that he'll say अथवा बहुनैतेन किम ज्ञातेन तव Arjuna Vishtabhyamahamidam Krishnam Ekamshen Sthito Jagat. He'll say, why to know all these things? The whole world is in a speck of my existence. That means I am beyond that. So, to reach that, he has enumerated all this. I am the goal, Gatihi, Bharta. And Prabhu. Prabhu means, what is Prabhu? The master. Master means who gives you the fruit of your action. Sometimes good, bad, or indifferent. So one should not be distraught, or one should not be unhappy when we don't get something which is not good, because that gives us lesson. If you look back your life, you can see whatever you have achieved, behind that there is a greater cause of your failure, of your which was not very palatable. Therefore, we are to accept our defeats also. Generally, people cannot take it and they go to have drugs or liquor, etc. But actually, we should stand. What is the cause of this? Why I am failing, or why I have failed? So this is the life lesson that we get even from the defeat, from something which is not helpful apparently, but actually that's also, a Hindi poet says, "Sukh ke mathe seal par." When we are happy, we forgetful. Sukh ke mathe seal par. Let there be a big boulder be fallen on happy days. Why? Jo naam hriday se jaye. Because then we forget the name of God, or we forget God. Balihari wo din dukh ke jab pal pal naam rataye. But I praise to those days of suffering, sorrow, because then we utter the name of God every moment. Therefore, it is very important. And generally, we cannot, or we don't want to take any misfortune. But misfortune is nothing, it is another face of God. Satyachan abhavat. So everything, nilayanam cha, everything is God. That feeling should be there. Sometimes he'll get blows. Yes, accept it. Very important. That's why Bhagavan says, Sukhe dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo. Tato yuddha yujjasva. Naivam papam abhapsasi. One should be equanimous in sorrow, in joy. When you are in profit or in loss, because it is two faces of same God. Sukhe dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo. When you are defeated, or you have conquered or vanquished. So all situations to be taken in life. That is life. Generally, we shun any struggle. We want to run away from it. No, that's the right time to learn some lessons, and very good lessons. When somebody blames me, I cultivate renunciation. So I get very nice lessons. It's though it is very difficult, and it's very difficult to digest, but that is the way one should learn. Gatir bharta Prabhu Shakshi. So Prabhu, I am the master. I am the giver of fruits, all kinds of fruits, good, bad, indifferent. And Bhagavan says also, Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. One should have that equanimous state. Siddhi, sometimes you'll get success, asiddhi, you'll get some failure, but not to worry, because I am the watcher. Later he'll say also that I am the witness. Shakshi, yes. Next is Gati Bharta Prabhu Shakshi, he is witnessing. He gives, like this, you can say earthquake happened in Turkey. So what happened? Few people died there, not few, thousands, 40 or 45, whatever the number is. But some survived also. It is because of their karma phala. So those situations are similar, but karma phala is different. One should understand this. So Gatir Bharta Prabhu Shakshi, I am the witness. In all things I am watching. When you are suffering, I watch. When you are not suffering, I watch. When you are joyous and elating, I am watching. Shakshi, Nivasaha, that I am the abode on which you reside. Nivasa. Sharanam, I am only refuge. Suhrit means a friend, but friend sometimes, good day friend, bad day friend. But even something wrong happens, Suhrit will never abandon you. Prabhavaha, I am the creation. Let me read that first. The goal, the supporter, the Lord, the witness, the abode, the refuge, the friend, the origin, the dissolution, the substratum, the storehouse, and the seed immutable. So everything I am it means God. Again, our God is not on the high heaven, but within us. All the creation, it is me and me alone. Pralayaha, even when it dissolutes, it is me. So, say like all these wooden things we see, these are various elements of nature. Now, because of a tree grew, and now it is in this form, and when it will rot, then it will go back to its state. So, conservation of energy, as we understand from science. So everything is me. Prabhavaha, pralayaha, and whatever is created, that's prabhava. And pralayaha, that means whatever, when it is dissolves, when it gets destructed. And sthanam, I am the only place. Nidhanam, and I am the only storehouse. And bijam abhyam, I am the seed, I am the cause of all causes. That means there is nothing more than me. So this way Bhagavan is training us to see God in various forms. Because we concentrate, okay, this is your Ishta, chosen ideal, concentrate on it. And then try to see that same Ishta is in all being. Sri Ramakrishna was worshipping, and he saw a cat came, but he saw not cat, it's Mother Kali. So offered in the food that was supposed to offer to Mother Kali, he offered that to cat. And some people cried, even cry was there, that what has happened? The Choto Brahman, Sri Ramakrishna offered the food that was offered to Mother Kali, offered to cat. But Sri Ramakrishna did right thing. So this is training, and God is trying to train us to see God in all places, in all being. So what is the purpose is? Bahurupe sammukhe tomar chhadi kotha kujiche Ishwar. Where thou seekest God, leaving aside God in front of you. Jive prem kare jai jan, shei jan shevichish. He who loves Jiva, Jiva means all being, not only even living being, even things. Mother, when somebody uh, swept something and then threw the broom, mother scolded her. What are you doing? It is so useful, and you used it just now. And now we have no respect for it. So not only living being, but even not which are not living, we have to respect everything. Generally, what we do when we eat, lots of things we waste. Think of it, how it was cultivated in a field, and then how it grew. Who is the cause of all growth? And then it was harvested, it was marketed, it was sold, and you bought it, then you cooked it, and while eating, you waste a lot. So this should be shunned. It should not be done. So why it is? Because the respect that we are to pay to all being. See, nature, nowadays this is a burning question. Climate change. It is because of our wasteful attitude. We should get rid of this lifestyle. We waste a lot. It is the one third of the thing bought is thrown away. One third. In England, one gentleman, he started a restaurant collecting all those thrown away things. Yeah. So here, like when we go for shopping, we see people, they buy everything, whatever they get their hands on, they take it and after certain time they throw it. So what the purpose is to respect. It is for our own good. The resources are limited in physical point of view, but here we have to see the spiritual point. From physical standpoint, our resources are limited, so we have to be careful to use them. But from spiritual point of view, we have to respect each and everything, because it is God who is in that form. When we throw something without respect, that means we are not respecting God. So this is the great study, that it requires translation for our day-to-day activities. Otherwise, it is good, very nice, and then we are at the same place. No, we have to try to see, and God will not spare us. He'll tell for 2-3 chapters, what am I in this, what am I in that, everything he'll tell. And next also, tapamyaham aham varsham nigrinam usrijami cha amritam chaiva mrituscha sadasachaham arjuna. So all this sat, asat, cha, aham, arjuna. Sat, existing, non-existing, whatever you can conceive or even think of, it's me and me alone. So it is a great study. So we'll stop here. Just we'll read this one. As sun I give heat, I withhold and send forth rain. I am immortality and also death. Being and non-being am I, O Arjuna. So you cannot, find anything else but God. God in various forms. Let us respect all. So thank you very much. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tassat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Thank you. So there is no song. Say like we have prasad. Yeah, please do it. Please. We can other people can meditate for 2 minutes. Just concentrate what we have studied now.